All right. Okay, and we are back. Did my husband duties and drop off the wife with my mother-in-law. Came back to do this live for you guys. This time we have plenty of time. Plenty of time. All right, guys, you know the routine. As you log in here, go ahead and check in. That first one is always me, of course. Welcome, welcome as you're coming in. All right, we got two people here. Let's see if we can get a little bit more. 8 o'clock here, Washington State Pacific time. If you guys didn't join me earlier, this afternoon, today we're going to go ahead and retouch on Washington, D.C. So as you're getting on, just let me know. We'll give it a few more minutes. I should have had my Vanilla Ice theme song on. Since a lot of people like to do this Vanilla Ice, Ice Baby. Let me open up in here so I can see your comments when you come in. Hey, thank you for the like. Dylan, what's up, brother? Welcome to our live chat. Keresoni, hello, welcome, welcome. Man, I'm losing my voice talking too much BS over here. LC, thank you for the compliment. This is a new hat. I normally have my black one. This is my favorite. I don't know. I like black and silver. This is one of the reasons why I used to be a Raiders fan, but then the fans just, they went evil on me. So now I actually support my Seahawks because they are from the state where I live. What up, Nick? What's going on, baby? Thanks for joining. The Trail Man, the Bandejo. Man, I love the love from everybody. I appreciate the good and the bad and the ugly. You guys are the good and the bad, and I am the ugly, but that's why you guys are here looking at my ugly face. Thank you, Wiggs. Great hat. SC fan, USA. Yeah, I know. Some people hate us because we just look too good. We're just, the best country in the world has to be hated by a lot of people. Benson William, what up, man? Germany Wyatt, nice hat. Thank you very much. Christopher, you should be deported. Not yet, man. Just come on, give me some time. J Paid, I'm with you, brother. Hey, I'm with you as well, bro. James, what? Why are you? I don't know what that means. Thomas, I have no idea. Don't use initials, man. I am not that good. I think part of it means fire Trump, but we're not going to fire him. Are you crazy? We elected him. We like President Donald Trump. And you're lucky we do, because thanks to him, you're reaping the benefits as well. Aaron, no, don't tell me a joke, because I know I'm going to fall in for that trap. I read somebody's nasty comment the other day. I'm going to try to be smarter today. Christopher Michael says, true. Boo, Raiders, go Cowboys. Yeah, go Cowboys, man. Why not? We love Texas. Let's see. Tom Hanks, you look ethic. Deport him. Chucky Buckerson says he's dumb. Market Williams, you're MAGA in Washington State. Interesting. Yes, we do exist here in Washington State. Though it's very hard, to be honest. You know, it's like President Trump, right? He's like a salmon. He's fighting up the river to get to where he needs to go so that America can rebirth. that's an ugly nothing, but that's what we're doing here in Washington State. The very few of us that are here, we're trying to stay strong for the rest of the country. So let's see. Fan, do you support Trump? I don't know, guys. That's the trick question. MAGA, Mexicans ain't going nowhere. And I think you're in the wrong country, bruh. Mexicans cross the border, and unfortunately, because a lot of the Hispanic communities make this country so ghetto that even Mexicans don't understand they're in a different country. Well, well, well. Let's see. We are no longer the best country. We are always going to be the best country in the world because we have the most melting pot in the world. And even though some Mexicans don't like this land, a lot of Mexicans that actually love this land fight for it. Your bro from India. I'll tell you what, when I read the chat and you being a jackass, you will get blocked. Like your bro, you're about to get blocked because you're spamming here, and I'm trying to read the comments of my fellow Americans and those people that matter, all right? So if you want me to respond to your questions, please allow me, but don't spam the chat because then I can't read everybody's comment, all right? Tom says, I'm a pedophile lover. In your mind, that's the way you see it. I love the freedom fighter for the United States of America. Alex Palomo, you must be Cuban. No, my Cuban brothers, they speak a little different. I'm from Honduras. Matter of fact, hey guys, what do you think about this hat? I just got this hat just recently. I'm gonna wear this tomorrow probably, or my next live for my Hispanic community. I got a small response this morning on my chat, and I thought it was great. A lot of support from the Latinos. So AI say he's a loser. I do love India, yo, bro, but don't spam the chat, okay? Anito, Trump is genius. Juan Santiago, he's a defector, he says. Jesse Gonzalez, we are back from the waste of Biden era. That's right, man. You know, the country was laughing at us for a long time, man. And even Putin, right, as this last meeting that he had with Donald Trump said it. Well, now that Trump is here, well, you know, he's a tough guy, so now I got to listen. And what you guys don't realize is that Putin thinks that he's fighting a righteous war. Now, you can hate him for all, you know, he's doing, and you can think, you know, Ukraine is the innocent, and they should be supported, and they should be defended, but you guys don't know the history, so let's try not to get too involved. President Donald Trump did not go there to stop the war, to cease fire, but he did, from day one, started to work on the ceasefire. So give him some time, give him some credit. I think he's doing a great job. See, he's not stupid. He's not going to go and talk shit about Putin, all right? He doesn't talk shit about Xi, not because he loves them, but because he knows that there is a diplomacy. There is a sort of, how would you say it, sort of way that you have to be to not have war. If he goes around swinging his dingling to the world that he is this and that, the way that you guys make it look, we would have been in World III already. I know some of you actually want that. American patriots and lovers of the world, we don't want that. All right, so there's that. ICE is coming. Man, I should have had that. You know what? Every time somebody says that, I'm going to play this. Let's see. Yes. I'm going to find it. Here we go. Let me see. Ah, man, but I don't have that. Never mind. I will eventually. When I use my desktop for my podcast, I will go ahead and play some Ice Baby, okay? That's how we celebrate our agents that are keeping or cleaning up our beautiful, lovely US of A. Rex Boy, Latino Matter. Roman, God bless America. Not white America, Savage. This is America. Don't get it twisted, brother. We're all in this together, okay? It's not just white. Matter of fact, there is no such thing as white. You guys are all mutts. So knock it off. Faf says traitor. To who? Who's the traitor? Kitty, what is this? Some people get lost and end up in my video live. But if you're here, thank you for stopping by anyway. As you leave, just know that you were briefly welcome. Let's see. Come on, eyes. Do your job. Savage says, wetback. Well, hey, bro, I didn't cross the river, my friend. I came here in a 777 Boeing jet. It was beautiful, by the way. What are you going to do when you get detained by ICE? Says German Argueta Herman. Well, I'm going to cooperate because that's what American citizens do. We cooperate until they find out that I'm not a criminal, illegal, I was going to say American. I'm not an illegal alien, so there's that. Towers says Honduran garbage. Honduran garbage are those that are committing crimes, my friend. I am a law-abiding citizen that loves the United States of America and cares about this people's well-being and prosperity. I honor Americans of all classes, sizes, color, skin, whatever you want to call it. See, I see America as the United States of America, meaning there's a lot of different people in this country that make it beautiful. Mr. House husband says Mexican illegal. It's okay if you're illegal, bro, but I want to say this. While you're here, do the best that you can to do something for your future. But if you get deported before then, don't blame me, okay? Let's see. Rosie Blue, you got green card? I'm a citizen. But no, I'm already married. I cannot give you papers. Find another American that is willing to marry you so that you can get papers. You pay a fine, but you get to stay in the United States of America. But only do that if you love the United States of America and you're willing to fight to defend it from illegal immigrants that are actual criminals. Let's see, Cristiano Romero behind that screen. Behind my screen here is another American flag that I have in my background. Blue top is broke. Trump doesn't like you, bro. He told you that? I don't think so. Trump loves everybody that respects him and loves him. I'm the same way. I love everybody, but the moment that somebody starts disrespecting me, it tells me how much they don't want me to love them. Now, Beer and Taco says that I'm a sellout. I'm a sellout? I don't think so, homie. I think just because I don't follow your criminal lifestyle, it doesn't mean I'm a sellout. Just like the Southern slaves used to call the Northern slaves Uncle Toms, just because they had a better master, they had a better situation. That doesn't mean that they were bad people. See, people hate the success of other people. I believe that the more you raise, the more you lift the success of others, the more success you attract for yourself. You see, if I wanted to be an American citizen, which I am, I didn't make my oath until I started to be grateful for this country, until I started appreciating it, and I made a commitment to become an American citizen. I was welcome, I was accepted, and you know what? I'm going to keep giving back as much as I can. And if I cannot fight in the military, if my money and taxes is not enough, I will go ahead and use my voice as much as I can. It is the least thing that I can do for the American citizens because I am also part of them as well. And one thing that I notice about Americans is they don't hate people. They love people. But you guys may have met certain Americans that will not stand for your BS. So if you're a jerk and you hate Americans because they react to your jerkness, don't get mad. It's all on you. So Coleman says, please don't talk about slaves while wearing that hat. Are you a Democrat? Let me ask you this. Are you a Democrat? Thank you, Acton. Appreciate it. Bro, you're not a white Christian. Correct, I am not. Hold on, I'm going to get to the bottom of this coming from Coleman. Please don't talk about slaves while wearing that hat. Mr. Coleman, go ahead and tell me, are you a Democrat? Be honest. You don't have to be shy. You don't have to be shamed. Unless you're ashamed, then don't answer. Let me see. I'm going to scroll. I'm going to wait for your comment. Let's see. Jew, Trump, Biden, Epstein. We are very close. We're going to get there, guys. We're going to get there. Kraken, welcome. Thank you, man. Thank you. Kraken is our hockey team here in Seattle, Washington. Is that right? Is that where the Kraken comes from? Because I always say, release the Kraken. There is a few MAGAs here in Washington State. It's just, we only got a couple of seats. What can I say? The majority here are Democrats, but we still love them. Nobody's perfect. One day, they will see the light. They will get tired of this craziness, and they'll just be fatigued of the nonsense, and eventually, they will stand up for Washington State. And by the way, Washington State is such a beautiful state, guys. It truly is an amazing, beautiful state. And let's see, Coleman. No, like you, I'm a natural-born citizen jerk. You know what? I have more patriotism for this country than you will ever have. You know why? Because you're a moron. If you believe that this hat is offensive, you're a moron. What does it say? Make America white? No, it says make America great. Why? Because during Obama years, during Biden years, these jerks made the United States of America look like garbage. So yes, make America great, baby. If you were born here, it doesn't surprise me that you're an entitled jerk. If you support Democratic Party, they are the creators of the KKK. Let's not forget. Let's not forget they supported slavery in the southern states. Let's not forget that they didn't want to liberate the black man. Let's not forget that they said that the black men were not even human. That is your Democratic Party. So I don't want to hear shit about this hat. You got your freedom of speech. I got my freedom of speech. There's not a problem, and you can come at me whenever you want, but don't be an idiot. Because you're entitled, you think you're better than me? I don't think so, homie. I have more patriotism running through my blood than you will ever have. The United States of America, many white people died to free the black man. Many people died together with black men to make this country free. We separated from an oppressed government from the British because not only were they charging us high taxes, 2% was a lot back then, but they were also oppressing the people. They were burning our villages. So I don't want to hear just squat that you're born here, because what you say by saying the way you think, you are actually bringing shame to the United States of America. So shut the hell up if you don't want to defend the United States of America. You know what? Matter of fact, why don't you change with one of the Mexicans that are in here illegally? Give them your citizenship, because they will appreciate this country more than you ever will. And you get your ass to Mexico and see how great you live down there. Any other smart comments that you want to make like that, bro? Let's go. Here we go. Decentral Wise Jew Puppet Hat. Oh, man. Okay, that goes to you too. Knights. Hey, que pedo, pues vato, pues nada, night. We're over here chilling, sharing with the American people, with the Hispanics that love America, with the Hispanics that, whether they're illegal, that should be legal, unfortunately they're not, and eventually, well, they got to be deported. John Park says, Jew lover. Yes, I do love Israel. I love Jews. I love Palestinians. I love all people throughout the world, my friend, just as Donald Trump does. But we don't want criminals destroying America. We don't appreciate entitled Americans that betray this country by accepting stupid immorality and cultures of the world outside and then pretend that they are the righteous Americans. You guys are the garbage of the United States of America. Learn to be patriotic. Learn to honor the land that you were born. Don't make this country be ashamed because of what you think. Americans are better than you. Man, I know what Americans are. And you, Mr. Coleman, are no freaking American. Shame on you. Joan Dennis, sir, you should have the day you voted for or wish you could have voted for. I don't know what that means. I voted for Trump twice. I didn't vote for him the first time because I was not a citizen yet. I was just a resident, which, by the way, I was a resident for like 25 years. B-Rad, MAGA, baby, that's right. Maggie says she is delusional. Red Beer is a hard liberal. Hey, to each his own, baby. Nobody's perfect. It's all good. A Scorched Beaver says, okay, this guy is pathetic. Good luck, Token, because I'll be cheering when ICE comes. And I hope you do. Respect ICE. Support ICE. Greg says, MAGA Dennis, thank you. Man, thank you, Greg. I appreciate it. Much love for you, brother. God bless you. Let's see. Unlike you, Coleman, I was actually welcomed by Americans. Unlike you, I love this country. Unlike you, I love American patriots. Unlike you, I protect this country from illegal immigrants. Unlike you, where is my baby? Where did you go? Unlike you, I honor the people of this country. You, sir, are a retard, and you should not be in this country. Go live in a country where you actually are happy. If you're not happy in the United States of America, I feel sorry for you. No country is as great as this country. And we have laws in here, and this is why the people want to come to the United States. Because of our laws that need to be followed, this country has always been great. But ever since Obama and Biden came over here to destroy it, we want to make America great again. I hope that sticks in. Yes, we will talk about Epstein if you want. I've been giving that a rest a little bit because we're waiting for some trials to happen. Let's see what else you guys got here. Thank you for all the love. I see it. I see the love in the hundreds. I appreciate it. We're keeping it real. Neo says name calling is anti-American. Yeah, no, freedom of speech, baby. We can call ourselves whatever we want. You can curse at me. You can say I'm a spick. I'm a wetback. I'm a beaner. Whatever you want to call me, it doesn't matter. But don't use the NIG word in this chat. I don't appreciate that. If you say it to me, that's fine. But don't bring anybody else because I am not saying it's okay for other people to be called whatever I said to be called myself. Okay? So your freedom of speech stops right here. So you can say it to me, but not to nobody else. Cam says, please don't follow his fake once followers. What? I don't understand what the hell you said, Cam. You know what? I want to tell you something. I never asked for subscribers. I never asked for likes. I've only been doing this for a month. I always just say thank you for subscribing and thank you for liking. That is the people that do it. I am not over here to be a popular guy. I'm just sick and tired of sitting on the sidelines, not using my citizenship rights to share the truth. You know, let me tell you the difference of the people. I'm going to read a couple of things here. Now, one of them, I'm going to read it from, I believe it was MSNBC. Let me check. Let me double check. Yes, from MSNBC. And then the other one is from Fox. Now, you will be the judge of how you see this. Now, let's clarify some things. First of all, Trump's meeting with Putin was not to stop their little war between Russia and Ukraine. You got that? All right, with that out of the way, Trump went over there. He said, if Putin is not going to try to make peace, I'm going to stop it. Within 2 minutes, I'm going to know if this is going to go the right way. You guys need to pay attention. Putin says, man, well, the other two people before him, well, they suck. If Trump was president, and you guys hate this. You crazy tards hate this. If President Trump would have been president, that war would have never happened. I am sorry. I have to laugh because you baboons have been bamboozled for the last couple decades, and you have drinking so much of that Kool-Aid that you can see past what's in front of your noses. You wouldn't see truth or a fact if it hits you in the face. With that being said, Donald Trump did a great job. This is what MSNBC says. Here we go. MSNBC's title says, Trump's tasteless gift to Putin revealed after Alaska summit, details left in hotel printer. Ooh, oh, let me see, tasteless. There was a dinner that was planned for Friday. Ooh, that was canceled, didn't happen. And they make this thing to look like a bad thing, right? Now, this is what Fox says that happened from the meeting. This is a letter from First Lady Melania Trump, which I love that lady. She's hot, but that's not the reason why I love the lady. I love her because she's Donald Trump's wife, and listen to this. She says, "Dear President Putin, every child shares the same quiet dreams in their heart. Whether born randomly into a nation's rustic countryside or a magnificent city center, they dream of love, possibility, and safety from danger. As parents, all you parents out there, my beautiful patrons over there, and parents that love their children, it is our duty to nurture the next generation's hope." Let me pause there. You guys that are so hateful on this chat, there is nothing that I say negative about people in the world and the people in this country, but everything that comes out of the mouth of libtards and Democrats, it's garbage. That's why I'm glad that there's a lot of patriots that were Democrats, but they're not just loyalists to the party. They are loyal and patriots to the United States of America. And even though they're part of a Democratic Party, it's okay. They are not the demon rats that I'm talking about. They are not the libtards that I'm talking about. It's okay to say you're Democrat, not a problem. But if you react the way that these fools are acting on here, that goes for you. If the shoe fits, wear it. As leaders, the responsibility to sustain our children extends beyond the comfort of a few. Undeniably, we must strive to paint a dignity-filled world for all, so that every soul may wake to peace, and so that the future itself is perfectly guarded. These people, Melania, Trump, Donald, the family, they think the way I think, and the way that most patriots think. A simple yet profound concept, Mr. Putin, as I am sure you agree, is that each generation's descendants began their lives with a purity, an innocence which stands above geography, government, and ideology. Yet in today's world, some children are forced to carry a quiet laughter, untouched by the darkness around them, a silent defiance against the forces that can potentially claim their future. Man, I'm getting emotional. I didn't read the whole letter before. I just thought it was great at the beginning. I do get emotional. I apologize. Mr. Putin, you can single-handedly restore the melody, laughter. In protecting the innocence of these children, you will do more than serve Russia alone. You serve humanity itself. Such a bold idea transcends all human division, and you, Mr. Putin, are fit to implement this vision with a stroke of a pen today. This is who we are. Melania is a foreigner that came to this country, married to the president. She is a citizen to behold. She loves this country, but not just this country, the world. And that's amazing. We've never had a first lady like Melania Trump. Man, amazing. Man, I got emotional there. I apologize. But see, that's what it's like to be an American. That's the American spirit. And you know why I have 1,200 subscribers today in 1 month? It's not because I'm a great talker. It's not because I have great grammar. It's not because my English is perfect. It's not just because I'm a naturalized American citizen. It's because even though I come from a foreign country, I respect and love these people. I respect the laws of this nation. I want what's best for America, for the United States of America. Because if this country does great, I've said this on every single live, if this country does great, so does the world. Listen, I'm okay with you hating Donald Trump. And speaking of, let me get a sip of my coffee. Salud. Donald Trump says I'm the best father on this earth. I appreciate it. Josh Smith, I support your idea. Kamala Harris, 2028. Let's go. I tell you what, yesterday I read to you guys that Newscom wants to run for president. Kamala, well, she wants to run for president. But most importantly, Tim Tampan Walz also wants to run for president. So you Democrats are saying, man, we're going to lose. Speaking of losing, I recorded a video when Donald Trump lost the election. You see, Venezuela, and I mentioned this before, and this is how I know something's fishy. Venezuela used the same tactics. Now, before we go into this, has nothing to do with hating China, Russia, or anybody, okay? We still have to have diplomacy. We still have to have some sort of respect, so to speak, against other leaders. We don't want war. We got to be in our best behavior, even though we think that we're more righteous than they are, because we think about loving and having a peaceful world. It doesn't mean that we're going to talk too much shit about it, okay? We got to be respectful here. So that way, we gain favor with them, and they will also respect us back. But here's what happened. I said, Venezuela followed the book of the communists from Russia, from China, and every other communist country out there. Right now, Venezuela used to be the richest country in the world. Well, one of the richest, I will say, okay? Just so that I don't get in trouble. But it was one of the richest countries in the world. Now, it's crazy that only the regimes get the power of the military. I mean, and I understand if Americans think that martial law is a bad thing. I get your fears, but we are not communists. If you let the Democratic Party right now, they're a bunch of wolves dressed in sheep's clothing. They are not Democrats. They are communist Marxists right now. I'm telling you, stay away from them. Bob Ferguson here in Washington State proves it to me every single time. The government is in charge of our lives. Literally. Let's not forget that it was the communists that shut down the country, that forced us to wear masks, that told us that we were vaccinated, we wouldn't get sick. You know what? Because guys, I took the shot because I wanted to fly to Honduras. It was my nephew's wedding. I took the shot. Since I took the vaccination, I got sick 4 times. 4 times. And my immune system was a lot better back then. So I'm pissed off about that. And then I took an extra 3 jabs. That's all right. You know what? God is in control of my life. I'm going to live as long as He allows. Whether I die a tragic death or a natural death, if that's His will, God bless the Holy One. God bless Him. May His name be shouted, holy, holy, holy. God's will be done on earth as it is in heaven, doggone it, whether you like it or not. But I'm telling you right now, this government has been a tyrannical government, and they have tried to take our weapons away. Excuse me. Have they not? But because they can't. This is the only reason why we can still fight. So thanks to our forefathers that left a great constitution with some good amendments, so that no tyrannical government like the British back in the days took advantage of us and oppressed us. They can't do that no more. Now you think that Donald Trump is a tyrannical authoritarian, and yet he's fighting for your freedoms. And the Democrats that you love so much are the ones that are telling you how to live, who to worship, what to do, what time to do it with, and how to do it. Like, that's crazy. Why would you follow that? Coco Cool says, Viva Chavez. Sure. Billion, idol worshiping Trump is a sin. We're not worshiping Trump. Billion, don't be a jackass. Let me see what you got. Put your faith in Christ instead. The only reason why I support Donald Trump is because I believe that it's God's will for him to be there. I said this years ago when he lost, even though I knew that they cheated the election. I said it is not God's will for Trump to win. And the reason for that, I said, and this is years ago, the reason for that is because the people need to see the difference when God is in control. And you morons out there are still those snakes trying to be divisive. You guys are the vipers that Jesus Christ talked about in the Bible. You are dividing this country. You're destroying this nation. But God is in control right now. And whether you like it or not, Trump is going to do what God has put him there to do, and he will protect them. Just like you morons try to take him out. Guess what? God was there to protect them because that's God's will. So if you think I'm worshiping Trump, you're absolutely 100% incorrect, my friend. I worship God, and that's why I support Donald Trump. You don't understand anything about the Holy Spirit. So you don't see what I see and what other people see that actually believe in God. They allow God to do what he needs to do, and he will use whoever he pleases to teach us the right way of living. We are here on this earth with a simple purpose: to prove our loyalty to God Almighty. That's it. Root says, tragic, please. Josh Cooper, birds of the same feather flocks together at billion. The Watcher says tether. I don't know what that is. JR, you're getting paid your bull. I don't know what that is. Oh, horseshit. JR, be nice, man. Be nice. War Pigs, good game. GG's. The Texas Cattleman says, we're cooked as a country. My Texas friend, we're not well done yet. We're still cooking, baby. We're not burned. We're just going to keep that medium rare. Jose Sanchez, amen, brother. Thank you for that support, man. Much love to you, my friend. Flynn, Google Lafayette Square, June 2020. All right, I'll give you something. Let's see. What's it for? I mean, what is there? What I miss? That sounds familiar. Why does that sound familiar? Lafayette from Louisiana, right? Lafayette Square. And there better be no news from CNN on this. Let's see. Background. It says, on May 25th, 2020, George Floyd, a 46-year-old black man, you mean a crackhead, right? Somebody that overdosed on drugs? Was murdered by white Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin. Bullshit. No, he didn't. You can see the way he's sitting on that picture. He does not have his full weight on him. And by the way, he couldn't breathe when he was sitting down. And you know what? He resisted arrest. When he was on the ground, the autopsy showed that he did not die from the knee on his back. That was not on his neck like people make it sound. That was in between the neck, the head, and the back. It was not choking, suffocating him. It was restricting him. And I understand that. But that exam showed that Chauvin actually didn't kill him. He died of an overdose drug. Nothing that he could have done about that. And how many times do people lie to the police? And then they run from them. So, no, I don't believe that. George Floyd was a freaking drug addict that needed help. And you failed him by supporting those bad habits. Donald Trump photo up at St. John's Church. On June 1st, 2020, amid the George Floyd protests in Washington, D.C., law enforcement officers used tear gas and other riot control tactics to forcibly clear peaceful... You mofos bring me to these articles to prove my point. You prove my point. This is why I love live chat. This thing just said, and other riot control tactics to forcefully clear peaceful protesters from Lafayette Square. Peaceful protesters, you say. Let me tell you what peaceful protesters look like. They're not violent. They're not throwing shit at the police. They're not burning our cities. They're not destroying our public parks. They're not being a menace to society. Those are protesters that are peacefully protesting. When I see CNN reporter saying this is a peaceful protest and the freaking city behind them is burning, that's not peaceful. That's who you are. You violent mofos. All you do is destroy. What does Satan does? He comes, seeks, search, and destroy. That's what you do. You tell me Donald Trump is for the devil. Who is working hard, fighting hard to make peace on earth? And who's destroying it? You mofos are out there burning up the towns. I love it when people challenge me just to prove my point. There is facts, evidence, videos everywhere. What you believe is a perfectly peaceful protest. The rest of us see our cities burning down. I don't think so, homie. Lori, good for you, mama. I'm glad that you didn't get the vaccine. I didn't give it to my children, nor did I tell my wife to get it. I did it because I wanted to go to that wedding so I don't miss my nephew getting married. I made my sacrifice. I made my call. Yes, DC is burning. You blind mofos. Have you not seen the news? Have you not seen the drug users on the street? Have you not seen teenagers at gunpoint stealing cars, selling crack, committing robberies, destroying businesses, shooting down businesses? What other question do you have? Joshua, divide and conquer. Alex Gulino says, Jesus said to treat foreigners as if they were citizens and to love thy neighbor. Well, guess what? We have laws. The Bible also says that we are to obey the law of the land. Now, if people come here legally, I have heard from 99.9% of Americans is that they are welcome and they receive them with open arms. But illegal immigrants are criminals. Guys, whether you like it or not, it is what it is. Americans are not evil. They are loving people. They are the most loving people on earth. They are the ones going to Africa, to a place where most likely will die by helping the poor countries. American women get raped doing Christian work in some countries in Africa. You guys don't give a shit, but we do. And we love them and we pray for them. Their soul is safe. Joshua Bradford, I already read your comment. Fubar, Austin sucks too. I don't know. Austin sucks too. Man, I'm sorry about that, man. Otto, you speak through both sides. What? Icy? George Montana, law is the law. Law protects citizens from criminals, terrorists, foreign extortionists. George Montana, I love it. Couldn't have said it better than me. I mean, I couldn't have said it better than you. That's right. C-Roy says that's BS. Jay Thomas is moving violation, not a felony. Who is moving violation? Who's been doing a moving violation? If you're driving while intoxicated, it is a violation. I don't know which one you're talking about, but if you get charged with driving while intoxicated, it will be a felony. And you're lucky if somebody didn't die because of your negligence. Every state has different laws, and you need to learn them. When you're in that state and you think you got all these rights and freedoms, let me tell you something. You don't have shit unless you're a citizen of this country. While you are a visitor, while you're not a resident or a citizen, you are to respect the land and the people in it. Lori, yes, we Americans are all loving patriots, absolutely. Africa, it's absolutely poor, my friend. You see, the difference, the reason why I say Africa is because a lot of black people, they like to refer themselves as African American. They can be from Kenya. They don't say I'm Kenyan American. They don't say I'm Gambian American. They don't say I'm Nigerian American. They just say I'm African American. So guess what? Africa has a lot of countries in it that are poor. That's it. That's why we say that. There's a reason why I say that. Flynn, I don't have to read anything else. The beginning of the article tells me everything. The moment that they say these violent protesters were peaceful protesters, they lost me. Because they're not. They're not. These mofos are over here in Seattle doing the same shit, and they go on the news, and the news says peaceful protesters, bullcrap, innocent citizens, Washingtonians get beat up on the street. Some beyond recognition. So don't freaking tell me to finish reading the article when these mofos are hiding criminals behind their doors. I don't think so, bro. Tell me something that is a fact that your people that you're defending are good people. No criminal is a good person. There it is. Jesus or Trump? What kind of stupid question is that, Ryan? Of course, Jesus. This guy is lost in the sauce, says Rev Mirv, whatever that name is. Don't compare Uncle Ruckus to this chomo. I don't think you know what chomo means. I think you just say that because somebody else has told you, but I think you might be spelling it. Jay Thomas, do you think all protesters are rioters? No, I don't think all protesters are rioters. Ibrahim, Africa Unite. Very lost, this guy. Is that right, Ibrahim? Ibrahim, is that your new president from the military? The communist that's been trained by Russia? The one that's telling your African people that he's going to give them housing, that he's going to give them money, that he's going to give them food? Guess what else he's going to give them? Communism. And guess what else he's going to do? He's going to force your people into slavery. Don't be a fool. I know about Abraham. I studied this guy. And he may have some good intentions, but you don't know where that leads because you don't know history about communism. Sorry, my African friend. Yeah, the only reason why he did that is because he was protected. He wouldn't have happened if he didn't have protection. Don't be naive, bro. Don't be naive. 100% in everything you are saying and standing for a great USA, a great President Trump. Woohoo! Thank you, Laurie. Sorry about your last name. That's Bob Ferguson. He's a jackass here in Washington State, and he's our governor. But I think you carrying that last name is giving some type of honor to that last name. I had to clean that up because it didn't sound right when I said it first. Peace on earth. Unity for everyone. God bless and have mercy on all of our souls. Amen, Peaches. And that is correct. I'm not saying we're perfect. I'm not saying I'm the most smartest, wisest guy on earth. No, I'm not saying that. But I am saying it as I sees it. Okay? If I see something that is bad, I will call it out. Like, for example, when Trump came out, and this is misinformation, when Trump came out talking about the symbols of the MS-13 gangbanger, he thought they had told him that the letters and the numbers that they put above the symbols was the actual picture. Now, technically, he was not wrong at all, because the symbols does say MS-13. But the letters were photoshopped on there, and I'm pissed at the administration that they didn't give him clear information. But nonetheless, what he said was true. That's it. That's the only time that I think that I disagree with what the Trump administration has said. With that being said, I want to again say thank you so much for your support. You guys are amazing. You guys prove me every day that there is enough people out there that care for this world. And, you know, it's not a selfish thing to care about America first. And sometimes America first means that some Americans need a spanking. Some of you never got a spanking. You were not trained to be a patriot to this nation. It's a fact. The reason why I'm so patriotic to the United States of America is because Honduras raised me to be a patriot, and that means respect the land where I live. Something that you nincompoop Americans that were born here don't understand. And this is why other Americans disagree with you. You guys are like little brats out there committing crimes, being disrespectful, doing all this shit out there. I get it. We're adults. We can use different words. We can say cuss words. That's fine. I have no problem. But you are pooping on your country. Don't ask what your country is going to do for you. Ask yourself, what can you give back to your nation? What the hell is this guy saying? George, you lost me, bro. I don't know what that means. Mexican 13, USA 13, Cuba 13. Is that a soccer score that I don't know about? Is that football? American colonialism is not something you should be fighting for. That's a losing battle. There is no such thing as American colonialism. You wish there was, then your African continent would be a lot better. Sorrow says, well, you know what? I am first generation born here. My parents are immigrants. And I could tell you from there, I'm immigrant family. We hate to ADS. Well, I don't know what that means, bro. Is that like advertising? Puerto Rico, man, I don't know what you're saying, brother. I love Puerto Rico, though. I love Guam. I love all the territories of the United States of America. Anybody that loves the United States of America, I love. I think George Montana, man, I thought George Montana was actually a good guy in here. But from what I'm reading with all these flags, I think you're calling MS-13 in all those countries. So if you support that, man, what a disappointment. This is so funny if you know. This guy in your community, make sure you call his employer and make sure he get him fired. Freedom of speech cannot get somebody fired, you moron. The amendment. Oh, George, I'm sorry, man. I thought you were supporting the MS-13 that I just mentioned, brother. Damn, man. You're killing me here. Man, I already have a lot of negative people on here. I thought you were saying something else. I'm glad you fixed that one. Let me see. The 14th Amendment. All right. So, okay, wait. Don't bring the Epstein stuff yet. Hold on. Let's read the 14th Amendment. Let me see. What do you want me to know with the 14th Amendment? Look up Puerto Rican history. Man, we're with Trump right now, okay? There is AFRICOM is American colonialism. Yes, I get that. Let's see. When you finish with your live, baby girl. Oh, man. All right, so we're going to cut this live short. So let's see if we can take as much advantage as I can with this time. Very little time left, guys. Let's see. What's the 14th Amendment? I tell you what, I am not a guru. I don't have it memorized. But let's look at the 14th Amendment. Whew, man, you guys are crazy. We're going to look at the simplified version, okay? The 14th Amendment, ratified in 1868, is a cornerstone of American civil rights. It primarily defines citizenship, guarantees equal protection under the law for all citizens, and prohibits states from infringing on citizens' privileges or immunities. It also addresses representation in Congress debt and enforcement of the amendment itself. What about it? What about the 14th Amendment? Let's go ahead and finish this up. Why are they not states? You're talking about Puerto Rico and stuff? Because the people get to vote. We can't force them to be states. It's not us that don't want them states. Of course we want them to be states. Don't live in a bubble, big dog. I'm not saying that I'm going to be a Trumpster forever, but right now he's the one fighting for us, okay? Freedom of Honduras. The United States has done a lot of things for Honduras. But I still want to know, what do you want me to know about the 14th Amendment? Puerto Rico is an American land. We just haven't given them statehood like we should have. No, Alex, we can't. Puerto Ricans need to choose that. We cannot force that. Y viva Puerto Rico, that's for sure. 100%. Trump is fighting to hide the Epstein files. Man, guys, be patient. I told you this many times. I want to see those files, but I'm not going to be stressing or fighting about seeing those files. They will come to light. There's court dates being set for this. There's subpoenas going out. A lot of people are going to be talking about it. George Montana wants me to learn and study all the amendments. Sure, we can do that. But I'll tell you what, whenever a situation comes, why don't we just look it up like this one? Because the 14th Amendment is not giving me anything that we're doing wrong today. Now, if you're pushing the 14th Amendment just to talk about the due process, just say that. Simplify it, will ya? American Samoa? No, my friend. You see this right here? This is American Samoan necklace. Most of the American Samoans do not want to be a state. And let me tell you something. I agree with them. If they become a state of the United States of America, of course, they'll get the right to vote. But there is a cultural difference in American Samoa. And one of them is Samoans that are born there, they have a right to the land. If they become a state, they will lose their tribal land just like Hawaii did. So it's not good. They become a real state property. Right now, the only way that a Samoan can live in the island, and Western Samoa is the same. The only way that you can get land in Samoa, be part of the village, is if you were born there. And they have to respect the chief system, what they call the Matai. You see this little thing back there, that little whip? This right here? That is what the chiefs in Samoa wear. They have that on their shoulder, and that's what they carry around. So if American Samoa becomes a state, they have a lot to lose. Okay? So 14th Amendment, if you point into a due process, the due process that I believe that should happen, and I get it, most of you don't see my lives, I understand. Due process says that you have the right to representation, to show your case. So if you're an illegal immigrant, this is your due process, whether you like it or not. I, as an American citizen, I'm sick of my tax dollar paying dollars going to courts that will just have a loop, and they'll keep people in here without deportation, and they keep spending millions of dollars on due process for illegal immigrants. Here's your due process if you're illegal. Let me see your passport. Hey, you have no permission to be in this country. Where's your visa? I don't have one. Okay, get the hell back to your country. That's your due process. You show the paper says you don't belong here, get the hell out of here. Happens everywhere. Go to Mexico. Hey, let me see your passport. Even if you're American. Okay, yeah. Hey, this passport is expired. They take your ass to jail. And then they'll give you some time in jail, and maybe you get to talk to a lawyer, and maybe then you get to go to the American consul and be like, hey, my passport expired. I should have done this before. That's due process. Now, if you, for whatever reason, were caught and you actually committed more of a felony than just crossing the border illegally, now you have due process. But that due process is not for you to be seen as a clean, innocent person. That due process is to find out if you did commit the extra felonies. And once you have that due process and you're guilty, you will spend time in jail and be punished. And when you finish serving the sentence, you are deported back to your country. So if you want to fight due process, go for it. But you will spend time in jail and then you will still get deported. Due process does not mean that you get to have citizenship. You don't even love this country. That's due process. That's the 14th Amendment. Just plead the 5th, bro. Just plead the 5th. Hey, look, I know 2 amendments. Oh, wait, right to bear arms. That's 3 amendments. Wait, freedom of speech. That's 4 amendments. That's all I care about. If I need to be in court for something, I'll learn the rest. I like 1, 2, 5, and 14th. That's it. Nothing else. I don't care about anything else. I'm never going to be able to prove that the Constitution belongs to the American citizens because the Supreme Court goes above me. So there's nothing I can do about that. But the other 4, I know how to read. You guys think, you know what? Maybe when I have like super chats, if you really, really want to be entitled for me to read your comments, you can do a super chat back then. Right now, everything is free. I try to read as many comments as I can. I'm not forcing you guys to do anything, okay? I'm trying to read as much as I can. Like Lori Ferguson, she does a lot of great comments in here. I can't see all of them. I got people that support me that maybe I haven't even commented on because I haven't seen their chat going up and down. There's a lot of chats, guys. See, like Sasas, I appreciate you. You know, I try to do my part as an American citizen. You guys have welcomed me with open arms. The least that I can do is use my voice to speak out for all of Americans, born here or naturalized. There is no level of which one's better. But I will tell you that if you were to put a level between people that were born here and people that were naturalized here, let's make a new level. If you were born here and you were naturalized and you love America, boom, you're right here. If you were naturalized and you were born in America and you hate America, you're down here. You don't mean shit. These people are fighting for the greatness of this country, and everything that falls down, like all the shit that is still good enough to be yours, that's what you get. God bless the USA, and God bless the patriots and the Americans that fight for this country. Because they will be blessed. And even those that hate America will also receive some of those blessings because of the very few that are fighting for the truth. Let's see. CF George, living off the taxes from what he says. Never see him work. You see me live between 7 a.m. and 3:30? No, you don't. Shut your ass up. If you're talking to me, you messed up. Oh, thank you, Lori. I appreciate you just made, oh my goodness. I thought I was still at 12. Man, you guys already got me at 1,300. 1 month. I know and I knew that there was a lot of patriots. Thank you so much for your support. Please let me know if there's anything else that I can do to continue supporting our beautiful United States of America. Let me see. Ibrahim, bro, you're just fighting to be accepted by white colonizers. And that's it. That's what you mean by blessings. Ibrahim, we love America. Dennis, good night. My brother friend, yes, much love to you, Lori. Big hug and a warm kiss to you. Have a good night. God bless you and your family. Take care. Let me tell you a little history about Honduras, and I'm going to cut this off right here because a lot of people are taking off. In Honduras, we were colonized by Spaniards. They took our gold to Spain. They still have it. They took all of our valuables, all of our valuable earth minerals to Spain. They still have them. I used to hate Spaniards when I learned the history of what the colonizers did. Second grade, I hated the Spaniards, the colonizers, as you call them. And then on third grade, I realized, hey, I speak Spanish. Hey, there's a lot of people mixed in here. Hey, there's a lot of Africans that found shelter and they communicate with others that speak Spanish. And then I realized, hey, there's a lot of Asians over here, and they speak Spanish. If we were not colonized by the Spaniards, we wouldn't speak Spanish. And guess what? Every single Indian, every single African, every single Asian person that assimilated, learned Spanish, is farther ahead than the native that did not learn Spanish. There you are. Africa wouldn't be shit for two reasons. Africa wouldn't have an empire if they didn't go enslaved all the weak villagers around. Africa built their empire on the back of their own people as slaves. They even enslaved white people before America even had any slaves in America. The United States didn't have slaves. Honduras has slaves. Our native Indians were slaves to Spanish conquistadors. So America was not the first one to hold slaves. The Mayan empire here, they had their own people enslaved. You want to live in a dreamland, Abraham, follow your leader. But in America, there's a lot of history. Learn it. I know more history about your African country than you do about the American country. I mean, the continent. Oh, man, these people, man, they think they're talking to a fool. 50 years of life experience, my friend. Reading books, learning from history, seeing history happen. CF, sure, I'll be your fool. Zombie says you're not American. Ibrahim, you hear that? You're not American. Yes, I assimilated and I love it. This guy is an ICE agent. The Spaniards only erased the Aztec. Bullshit. Tell me what the Mayans are. Tell me what the Palos Verdes is. Tell me what the Incas are. Go ahead and tell me what all my native Indian neighbors are. They're annihilated. They don't exist. This guy barely speaks English, says Juan Adan. Of course that I would take those words from a full name of a Hispanic. Maybe you don't speak English and you don't understand. I pray that I made my Ferguson name better for you. Yes, you did, lovely. Yes, you did. Ferguson has been redeemed. You're not part of the club, says Ryan. Whatever, I don't need to be part of the dumb club. He looks at people that look like him and calls them illegals. Number one, I've always said on my chats, every time that I meet one of my compas, I assume that they are all legal. But if they are found that they're illegal, my advice is self-deport before it's too late. So don't be a moron. I love my Hispanic people. There's a big difference. Let's see. Juan, you can't hear too well. He probably doesn't speak English that well. That's why he's saying that I don't speak good English. I think I speak okay. I mean, after 37 years in this country, you would think I speak good, or at least good enough to communicate. Thank you, Zombie. Guess what? You don't even speak English yourself. You speak American English. So even you don't speak it right. And what state are you from? Because I know Louisiana people have this shitty accent. People from Texas kind of have a cool accent. Other people, I can't understand what the hell they're saying in English. And they're American, born Americans. Trump is golfing, God bless him. I think he should golf more often. As a matter of fact, don't be an asshole. Let the president have some time off. You guys didn't say shit when Biden spent almost 4 years at the beach and taking naps. So shut it. We don't want to hear it. We actually have a president that gets 4 to 5 hours of sleep, and he's working even when he sleeps. Josh Cooper says, Dennis Herrera, the Spanish forced themselves of the natives, so everyone in Mexico is biracial. Yes. And also in Mexico, you have African descent, like Pancho Villa. He was mixed with African and Mexican Indian. That's a fact that I thought was interesting. That guy says that's a lie. You have a tell. You have a telephone? I don't know what that was, brother. I missed it. Sorry about that. I don't know what you're saying, Cicely. Peace. I think it's peace. I can't see. It's so small. I'm sorry. Peace, Saturn, goat. Justin, Trump state. Your English is broken. Thank you, Ryan. Maybe you like me to speak it a little bit better for you, huh? Huh? You like it at that? You like me to speak it like that? Huh? Is that better for you, huh? Whatever you like, I do for you, my friend. Listen, listen. To be Americano, it is the best way to be. Respect the land, yes? So where do the Native Americans go if they don't like Trump? Stay home. They're in their land. Native Americans don't have to go anywhere. I am so connected to my Native American Indians from here, even though they don't like to be called Indians. I do, because I know what it means. But their reservations, they will have their Native American culture for as long as the United States stays strong. Nobody can do shit to any Native American in this country, because even if they don't want to call us brothers, I have a lot of natives that are my brothers. Most of them are from here in Washington, obviously. But you know what? Native Americans are protected. They have their own reservation. And the only reason why they don't grow big like the big cities like Seattle, downtowns of the white man, is because, well, it's not there. They're not colonizers. So they don't know how to look out for better buildings in the future. Now, don't get me wrong. They're beautiful people. But my Navajo, to me, are the best. Even though the majority are just freaking alcoholics, I still love them. They are the tribe that accepted me when I first came to this country. And I felt that even though I didn't speak English or their native language, I felt that they were so much alike our Indian heritage from Honduras. They were spiritual. They were connected to nature, to the land. And thanks to what the United States is today, they have reservations that are protected. We have the strongest military power in the whole world. And yet, Donald Trump, the guy you think is a demon, has so much self-control that what he is promoting is peace and prosperity. But the Bible says that will end, and then you're going to have trouble. So enjoy it while you can, because that's not going to last forever. Your evil generation will multiply, and eventually this country will pay the price for your sin, for your worshiping of Satan's evil doings. Man, don't make me preach, man. I don't want to preach. But it's the truth. Enjoy what you have today. Because when this country does get destroyed in the future, you're going to lament it, and it's going to be too late. To all of you brothers and sisters, my patriots out there, I pray that God has mercy on our souls, and that we may be protected by the Holy Spirit. And when may the destruction of this earth comes, that all of us together, as the Thessalonians says, that when Jesus Christ comes back for his church, those who sleep, that have died believing, holding the faith that Christ Jesus was the Lord, the Son of God, they will be resurrected, but not into flesh. They will be transformed into a spirit. And those who are alive and that believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God will also be transformed in a spirit, and we will meet with him in heaven. And those who stay behind will perish 1,000 years of punishment before actual judgment day happens. If you fools believe the Satan's lies, you will perish with them. I don't like to preach. I don't like what happens when I preach. I don't want to see that future. I'd rather be naive and think that by saying nice things and being supportive of others, that we can continue to live in peace just a little bit longer. Is that so wrong to do? You can call me a little bitch if you want. I'm a real man. And I got feelings like everybody else. But I'm telling you, I fight for justice. I do not want to see this country be destroyed. This country is a beacon of light to this dark world that we live in. In every third world country that cannot defend themselves, it is protected by the United States of America as much as they can. And if you fools want to destroy this country, I'd rather you leave. If you're illegal and you don't respect or love the American people of this land, leave. Because if you get deported, you certainly will never come back. With that being said, I want to thank you again to all for your support. I love your support. I thank you for your kind words. And I'm sorry, I get I'm a little wussy sometimes, I get it, but I really do love people, man. And it breaks my heart when people don't want to help themselves. They just want to be criminalized. They want to die in sin, and they want to be corrupted, and they want to corrupt the next generation. They don't know what God has for this planet that is so corrupted. They don't know that if we stop fighting, it's over. That's why I fight. This is why I come over here and I talk BS like you guys say. So I appreciate you guys for your positivity. I really do. May God give me the strength and the wisdom to use better words of comfort and of hope, and maybe someday inspirational for all of you that are listening and for those that will listen. I don't pretend to be righteous man. I'm nobody. But I do love, because God commanded me that I'm supposed to love my neighbor as he loved me. And he loved me as a sinner. He loved me as a bad guy. But I can't stay like that forever. I gotta change. And every day my battle is with demons, with temptation, with evil. I will fight until my last breath. This is what the Lord has commanded us to do. But we're not killers. We are peace and truth seekers. Let me read a couple of comments here before we go down. Semper Fi. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Sasa, I love you too, mama. Thank you. Otto. Otto, thanks for those words. It makes me fight more. You think I'm a false prophet and devil's worker would do what I do. Okay. A devil worshiper will never, ever put Jesus Christ's name up at the top above every man and everything above this earth and this universe. Because if he does that, what is the benefit? For he will divide his evil empire and he will lose even his own followers. Don't be a moron. Sometimes you gotta Shadrach and Meshach sometimes. All right, Cooper, appreciate you. I think you mean well. Supreme, thank you, brother. You are number one. I see that little crown. Amen, Nikki. Thank you for that. Guys, if you believe in God, don't turn back to these guys and insult. Let me do that. I'm good at it. Jesus was an immigrant in your heart. And guess what? We're all going to be immigrants in heaven. And if you have no legal right to be there, you will be deported to hell. I hope you know that. Your demons are winning, whether you realize it or not. I hope not. My demons try to win, but I hope not. It is Jesus Christ that's in control of that. And I prove it every day by fighting them every day. No one hates immigrants. Supreme Bull, it's 100%. And this is what we say in this channel. This is what all conservatives say. This is what all Republicans are saying. This is what all American patriots are saying. They don't hate immigrants. They just don't want them to come here illegally. It causes problems. El más buscado, whatever, bro. If you think holding the AK-47 makes you look tough, that's your call. But those who live by the sword will die by the sword, they say. I have my gun, but that's not what I live by. I live by the word of God, and I use my gun to protect my family for protection, not for murder. Killing somebody in self-defense is not murder. Guys, thank you so much for your support. I gotta go pick up my little princess. I let her go have fun with her friend, and I gotta go pick her up. God bless you, and God bless America. May tomorrow we can have a better conversation, and let's keep fighting to make America great again. You guys have a good night. Peace out.